I was in charge of the Sud Union for 10 years. I was also assaulted by a deportee, to name no names. And yes, I became a right-wing woman.
Hello everyone, I'm here in Paris, in the 16th district at the Nemesis demonstration on March 8th for International Women's Rights Day. They couldn't join the main march organized by OQTFs for security reasons. They preferred to hold a static demonstration on their own here. Let's go see what's happening there. Let's go. Why are you here?
To support the Nemesis collective, because it's unthinkable in France today that we can't join a demonstration for women whether they're in France or in Iran. We're here for all the women in the world.
Do you think Nemesis supports the women's cause?
Of course, obviously.
Because Nemesis is considered a far-right group. And you, what do you think about that?
No, I actually think they are very brave. And today, by standing up for women who aren't defended by others, no one knows why some women are left out. Claire, I don't understand, she was raped. Okay, it was by a deportee, so maybe that's what's bothering people, because we're highlighting the fact that it was a deportee, but no, sorry. Actually, deportee or not, no woman deserves to be raped, not on French soil nor anywhere else.
Hello. Tell me, what happened?
Well, in 2018, my daughter disappeared. We searched for her for 10 days. And we found her buried in the garden with 11 stab wounds by an Algerian under an OQTF who was arrested in Villepinte, who was on the run, who was getting fake papers to flee to Algeria since there is no extradition. He was sure, well, no, he got caught, he got arrested. There you go, he was sentenced in 2021 to 25 years. 25 years in prison, not long.
What's your daughter's name?
Marion. She was 35 years old and she had 2 children. It was someone she had kindly taken in. There you go. She asked him to leave because he was a bit intrusive. And he told the investigators that he came to France to get married, to get the papers. Those were his words. For me, it was marriage papers, and she didn't want to, so I stabbed her. That's it. You never get over it, but you keep moving forward with girls like that. And that's my fight every day, and I fight so that I have 5 grandchildren, I have only 1 granddaughter. I will fight to ensure she never experiences this and we never go through it again. That's it.
What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Catherine.
Stay strong, Catherine. Thank you.
Stay strong, thank you. I watch you very often.
Well, I'm honored.
Really, I watch you very often. And I'm not a very passionate person. No, but I know it.
I know, of course.
The girls are not fascists. They have a heart, they have a soul, and they have beautiful souls. And that's why I got closer to them. I didn't find any compassion from the victims' families' associations because you absolutely couldn't say that he was Algerian. That was taboo. So they tried to shut me up, so that's it.
I would add that what's absurd is that as soon as we say, look, there are dangerous OQTFs, people on watch lists, it's called racist. I absolutely don't understand the logic. Indeed, there are people who are dangerous in our country, but we're not going to add to the number of dangerous people by taking in OQTFs, meaning foreigners who are already on watch lists and who represent a threat to women.
The reasoning basically is quite simple. We already have enough dangerous guys in France without adding more.
That's one aspect. Indeed, there are the OQTFs, so Nemesis has taken a stand to defend those women who were attacked, raped by OQTFs, but there are also all women. Today, why do we hear people ignoring women in Iran as if they're not part of all women worldwide? There's no need for division, no right or left, yet people are labeled anyway. It doesn't matter. They're here for the victims. So we defend the victims.
Look, there's Alice Cordier, all dressed in white. Look, she's speaking to the media.
Well, listen, I'm hurrying.
No, don't worry.
Tell me why it's important to you. I love it. You're handing me your mic then. For you, why was it essential to come and cover this event?
It wasn't essential in itself. I could have not come. I'm dispensable since there are a lot of people who are going to report on this event. No, the thing is, Nemesis is at risk of being dissolved. The current situation is still national and important, so I thought it was necessary to come.
Exactly, you say it's going to be dissolved? Do we know more about it? Were you able to talk about it with...
Exactly, I saw that. The thing is, Alice is here, but I want to see her without cameras to learn more about the situation. So no, I really don't have more information. I just see statements from Nunez, etc., which are absolutely outrageous. About this threat hanging over Nemesis, while an activist who tried to help protect Nemesis in Lyon was killed, beaten up by 5 or 6 Antifas. That Nunez's conclusion is that they're going to dissolve Nemesis, to me, that seems absolutely unbelievable. It's insane. So, my reports have a bright future ahead since I connect this with my reports. That's why my channel is doing very well, because actually, you just have to show the facts as they are. It's so far removed from the mainstream media narrative that my reports can only work the way they do.
I'm an elected official from Hong Kong.
Okay, elected from which?
Council of French Nationals Abroad, similar to a city council but for expatriates.
And for which party?
I'm independent but was once a Reconquête legislative candidate.
How does Hong Kong's atmosphere compare to France's?
There is security, there aren't too many taxes, and things go well. There are traditions, there are values. Women in Hong Kong are not as much in danger as in France.
Is that true?
Many French women come to Hong Kong to feel comfortable, focus on their careers, go out at night, return early in the morning sober, and safely take an Uber, etc.
So I have a question. Let's imagine a man in his 30s who comes from Africa to Hong Kong without papers, so he would be staying illegally in Hong Kong. Already, just at that point, there's a problem. But if he assaulted a woman, what would happen to him?
Well, he would immediately go to prison and then probably be deported. It depends on where he lives, etc. But already, there's a flaw in what you're telling me, because that's not possible. That doesn't happen, because actually, he can't come to Hong Kong. He gets stopped at the entrance. In France, entry is easy, but not in Hong Kong. So there are plenty of migrants who are graduates, expatriates who come from Africa. There's no problem, but they work in banks, they work, and that's it. These aren't people arriving on migrant boats to exploit social benefits. In Hong Kong and much of Asia, it's nearly impossible. It should be the same in France. It's simple, just common sense. I'd say most Asian or Eastern European countries. There you go. So you need to address the problem at its source. If we wait for them to come and then say there's too much leniency, that's one of the causes, that's it. But really, they shouldn't come in the first place. In Asia, they don't come, so there's no issue. God is blessed.
For you, God is blessed. We have decided today not to stay silent. We don't want to be helpless victims. We don't want to be like those young women in Telford in Great Britain who were forcibly prostituted by gangs.
The police and social services kept quiet because they were afraid of being accused of racism.
For several weeks now, the left and the far left have been trying to see us fall.
But that won't happen.
Jean-Luc Mélenchon, who had already called for collecting the scalps of the Nemesis activists.
That's true.
I get it every time. It's so funny. Stop letting yourselves get distracted and all that. What are you waiting for? Bring the scalp and let's finish this.
Now they're calling for our dissolution. At a time when they should be asking for help from the young guard. It's the young guard that's killing. It's its members who abandoned Quent in the streets of Lyon. And it's those same
Members. There's an epic side to these images.
parliamentary members of Raphael Arnaud. La France Insoumise propelled the leader of the Young Guard, Raphael Arnaud, to the Assembly, getting him elected as a member of Parliament.
This is a tough moment for Nemesis, isn't it?
Very, very, very difficult. It's been about 20 days and it still is. Difficult for the activists, difficult for the supporters, for Quentin's family, I can't even imagine, but at least we've stayed united. And we realize today that actually the far left kills, and we're going to have to act accordingly to protect ourselves. Much more than what we used to do before when we organized events. We need to have competent paid security services that can protect us, because right now we can't take action. Otherwise, we risk getting killed, so we just can't. We can't. And that's also why today, together with the girls from the office, we decided to organize our gathering separately because we didn't want to put the activists or supporters in danger. So I know Laurent Nunez has, there's also Laurent Nunez who has, that goes along with what I was saying, but there is Laurent Nunez who wrote a letter in which he explained that we could not participate in the demonstration for International Women's Rights Day, which is organized by the organization Nous Toutes. Fortunately, we had already decided not to go for the safety of the activists, but we still realize that there is a steamroller in front of us that is very organized and powerful, and it's scary, but we won't give up.
Give it up for Louis.
The Uni Bordeaux activists.
As the person in charge of Uni Bordeaux, my daily life has become a nightmare at my university.
Right-wing activists at the university that's at years old.
I crossed the threshold of the faculty, my heart pounding, my head full of plans. At 22, I crossed the threshold on my way out, my heart heavy, weighed down by threats and defeat. My crime? Being a right-wing woman who refuses to stay silent and lower her eyes. 262.
6. Roisin, 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 Roisin.
That's when I discovered the reality on the ground. Political profiling and the militias that hunt us down by following you all the way to your home. It's daily violence, a methodical harassment aimed at erasing you from public space. But the hatred doesn't stop at words. A month ago, I was chased within my own university. 80 against 1, they surrounded me, pushed me, and forcibly expelled me.
So here you can clearly see the police presence. A Gendarmerie van.
Here,
Another one over there. There are several as well. There are quite a few police officers. They are well protected though. There are a few hundred people. We would need to get a higher vantage point to see, but I think there are 300 people. Marie could have been our sister. The famous Nemesis signs.
since campaigning began, I've faced constant harassment.
So tell me, why are you here?
I'm here because I got beaten up by 3 OQTFs. So I feel very, very concerned about the Nemesis collective, and especially because I naively turned to the left for support and they spat in my face. There's no other word for it. They said they couldn't help due to my attacker's profile. No.
It's true?
Yes, it's true. Since there's a trial, everything is documented. So yes, it's true. But I fell off my chair and I was shocked to see that actually, if I wanted support, it was only from the right. Otherwise, it wasn't possible. Whereas, yes, let me clarify, when I was on the left, I was attacked at a Christian summer camp. So by a white Christian. Now you know everything. My leftist friends and all those from that time were ready to wipe him out on the spot. But on the other hand, the 2 Algerians and the Albanian from Lyon, since this happened in Lyon, they found every possible excuse for them. And that's also why I joined the Eros Collective. Because otherwise there's nowhere you can just share your story. There's no ideology in it, there's nothing political in it in principle. It's just a story about things that aren't supposed to happen in France. There was one of them, one of my attackers in particular, who had a criminal record as long as your arm. And despite all that, they were still free in the country.
So what did they get?
So there were 2 minors at the time of the rape. They got 3 and 4 years. The adult received 6 years in prison. And it was, yes, it was pretty much a full-on homophobic attack, obviously, and also Muslims, since it was they did it in the name of Allah. That's what they said during the attack, and then they repeated it during the trial.
Hello, ma'am. Tell me why you are here.
What do you think?
To support Nemesis.
Absolutely. And also against the relentless attacks against her, Nututes and company. It's unbearable. And for me, feminism is her.
Oh, really? Is that so? How did you experience the Quentin Durancu episode?
It's horrible. And the Jeune Guard, well, congratulations to them for doing that and for having the support of all the politicians.
Most, except for La France Insoumise, condemned the Jeune Guard's actions.
Yes, but I think it was a bit half-hearted. Do you agree?
Yes.
There wasn't an outcry saying, well, yes, it's them, it's a crime, it's a murder.
They say that Quentin was a Nazi, so in a way he kind of deserved to die.
Well, no. Well, I don't think he was a Nazi, but maybe he had right-wing ideas, I don't know. But should we kill for ideas? No.
What was it exactly? It happened on the street during the day?
In the evening, it was in the street in the evening, but it was 8 p.m. in the middle of summer in July. It was still daylight and many people were on the banks of the Saône. And that's it.
Did they threaten you with a knife?
Yes, there was. Well, I was injured my finger. I almost lost 3 fingers. They strangled me, so I ended up I had 45 days of total temporary disability. And after that, I ended up in a psychiatric hospital because it destroyed me so much. I had to get electroshock therapy. And since then, well, I'm very sad that it's only in some events like this one that I feel, that I can feel heard. I find that really sad because it's a trauma on top of trauma.
That's it?
Thank you very much and stay strong.
Thank you. No, but thanks especially for being here, because if there weren't this kind of media, well, that's it. Nemesis, me, the victims we've heard, we wouldn't exist. So it's thanks to you.
They also claim Nemesis is far right. What do you really think?
Oh, no. Well, if it's a far-right group, then I'm far-right too, since I'm here. I'm a former left-wing woman who doesn't recognize herself in today's left. But I really support Nemesis.
Yes, you come from the left, absolutely. What changed your mind?
Well, listen, I don't relate to the rhetoric of La France Insoumise. I don't relate to the socialists either. I see what's happening in my country. And yes, well, I became a right-wing woman.
How long has it been?
6, 7 years? Oh, really? Yes. I was in charge of the Sud Union for 10 years. Can you imagine that shift? Because I was assaulted too. So I know what that's like. Assaulted by someone under an OQTF, just to be clear, okay? So I know what that's like.
You're not afraid to talk like that, to put yourself...
No, and we shouldn't stay silent. No. For example, right now I have pepper spray with me. There you go. I'm walking around just like that.
How do you feel seeing France like this?
It hurts me. It breaks my heart because I also come not from an immigrant background, but my son is Franco-Moroccan. His father is Moroccan, and no one recognizes themselves in this world, so they call us racists. Well, fine by me. But welcoming the people we currently welcome just to see them die on the street, no. So that's it. Yes, it hurts me to see France like this.
Interviewing Alice is impossible. Too much in demand, so it's okay. We got the message. Matilda, are you okay?
Hello, Vincent Lapierre. I'm fine. And you?
How is this protest going?
Very well. There are a lot of us, so we're happy. Lots and lots of us. We have quite a bit of support that came. Our activists came from all over France. As you can hear behind me, we also have a German collective that came to support us called Lucrita, and our Italian section is here as well. So it's a gathering of European women. And that's really important today.
Did what happened there for Nemesis, that episode which was a bit difficult, destabilize the group or harm you? How do you feel about it?
It was extremely destabilizing. First, we experienced Quentin's death. It was extremely difficult, of course, since he was killed in absolutely horrific conditions. We were hit hard by that first, so the morning. And then after that, we had the left that tried to smear us. We had L'Humanité, which wrote a defamatory article about us. And we have Jean-Luc Mélenchon, who called for our dissolution, who was followed by all the party officials. By all La France Insoumise officials. Can we resume later, Vincent? Go ahead.
Please go ahead. Damn. At least it was interesting. They're meeting on the platform. As you know, there's a...
Boy who died to protect us. Hello? That boy's name was Quentin. And today, we have to observe a minute of silence together to obviously think of him, think of his family and his loved ones. And also remember that behind this struggle, sometimes, unfortunately, tomorrow maybe, we might be ready to die just to say what we think.
I'm going to ask those of you who have them to raise them. We've handed out the flowers. Let's start the minute of silence for Quentin. Quentin lived for 23 years like a lion, while some people spend their whole lives living like sheep. And I think that his execution can also remind us of the exemplary nature of those who are willing to give themselves for a cause. Quentin didn't have to come. No one forced him to be there, but he was there. Because as he himself said, it is unacceptable to leave women alone without protection. And today, on behalf of all the girls from the Nemesis Collective, we wanted to spare a thought for him. And it is clear that for our association, there will be a significant turning point following this tragedy. I thank each of you for coming to support us before faces that I recognize quite well. Thank you very much, because it's thanks to you that we managed to get through this crisis for 3 weeks, which was not without consequences. We warmly thank all of you for being here. And we're going to sing the Marseillaise to end this gathering. The day of glory has arrived for the homeland against us. Tyranny's bloody standard is raised.
Does the Nemesis fight align with that of Islam's apostates and those aiming to reveal the true nature of Islam?
The Nemesis aren't bothering anyone. The Nemesis normally should be applauded by everyone.
Suggesting we be dissolved in acid is just typical peace and kindness from the left.
I simply wanted to tell them that millions of French women and men identify with the feminism they represent, which is a feminism that doesn't rhyme with leftism but rhymes with patriotism.